Hello, humanity. It's me, Emilio de Jesus, live. Today is Thursday. What time is it? 5 o'clock. All right, I was watching this show. Um, just browsing. I was bored, and I said, "Man, why there's nothing good on TV anymore?" Well, actually, there's a lot of stuff, overwhelming stuff, but nothing that interests me. So I was looking, and then I browsing through my web. Then I saw this thing say La Brea. I said, what the heck? I said, this looks like the dinosaurs and stuff like that. And there's two seasons. The first season has 10 episodes, and the second season has 14 episodes. Just like I told you people before, right? Like, you ever hear the people saying that the Earth is changing? Yeah, this cycle's always happened. The Earth is changing like it happened before. We entering the fire age. Well, we still have 1,000 years towards it, but like I said before, high carbon levels makes everything bigger again. Then right here is kind of telling you that, when people tells me, like, if the Earth is hollow, I tell people the Earth is hollow. To me, the Earth has an inner Earth because of the Ice Age and the 2,000 years of darkness. There's no sunlight. Where do all the animals go to survive? They have to go somewhere, because I know there's no way that the government can make a place underground to have these animals survive. No, they have to have their own ecosystem. So I think the Earth has to be a hollow. It's the inner Earth. So, but this TV series, I just watched episode 1, and I was like, look, the giant birds, all these giant creatures. I'm telling you, man. So when you listen to other people talk to you and they're telling you that the energy, they don't understand jack shit what they're talking to you about. Okay, all these cycles have happened before. It's not the first time. This all happened before. The Ice Age will happen again. We have 10,000 years of sunlight, 2,000 years of darkness. We got 8,000 years to go for the next Ice Age cycle. It happened many times before, many seven generations. We were never the first species on Earth. This all happened before. We in the Earth Age, paradise. The ice is melting. The vegetation is growing. We're learning from nature again. The Fire Age is coming. High carbon atmospheres, like I told you guys, go into the water filtrations. Today's month and years will make everything bigger again because we're eating from it. Nature is eating from it. People are gonna give birth to giant creatures again. The animals are gonna give birth to giant creatures again. Okay, Earth will be okay, if the Earth is hollow, there's animals down there. If they try to make it above our ground, remember what the scientist says, okay? You have to be born in that environment. So in the inner Earth, is a different environment than above Earth, our layer, okay? If there is a hollow Earth, okay, it's a different environment. But the environment in Earth above is becoming like the inner Earth, okay, with the carbon levels. When the trees grow bigger again, we will have 25% oxygen. If you cut yourself, it will heal in one day. Not you, your children that was born in that environment. Because inside the placenta, inside the woman's womb, he's getting used to the new environment, the new Earth. It's in his brain, it's in his DNA, it's coded in there. The codex, that's what they call it. We are bonded to the codex at that 21% oxygen. It takes ourselves 14 days to our wound to heal. When the conditions in Earth, in the Fire Age, when all the trees get bigger again, and all the creatures, those children will be born in that environment, in that stage, all right? So in this movie, in this TV series, they're already kind of preparing the people's minds for what's coming, all right? Now keep in mind, the elites, to me, they should leave things alone. I'd rather have the giant creatures and survive like that than them doing the solar engineering. They're trying to reduce the carbon levels. They're trying to control everybody's mind with lies. They gave you a fake world government, fake world religions, fake education system. It's all freaking fake. All right? They're lying to you. Those chemicals they're throwing is to reduce the carbon level. So now this stuff will happen. They don't want their kingdom, their illusional world to be destroyed. Always remember, they gave you your fake education. They gave you your fake religion. They gave you this fake world. They gave you the fake 2020 crap that I can't pronounce here, because if I say here, they will remove the video. They will do this on TikTok if you talk about it. They will take it out on YouTube if you talk about it, because it's all a lie. Okay? They're lying to you. There's no such thing as something that can go into your body and kill you. That's a lie. In your body, you have all the germs, viruses, and bacteria, but I don't like to call it that. You have everything in your body. Oxygen keeps it balanced. Oxygen keeps your DNA balanced. Okay? But you covering your face with those devices, you're breathing high, you contaminate your DNA with carbon. It's gonna make you sick. You do this every day. Look, the best thing is 30 times a day. All right? Fill your lungs up with oxygen. Every day, do that. 10 days in the morning, 10 times in the shower, 10 times before you go to sleep. Get used to breathing in, and you will never get sick in your life. All right? You will never get sick. It's all about oxygen, the breath of life. The more you learn how to breathe, the more healthier you will be. Okay? Now, remember, of course, you have to do your exercise. You have to stop eating the... People get sick because of the food that they eat. Okay? You're eating too much sugar like me. I love cakes and cookies. I got my belly back. I was losing it and I got it back because... And I got back into eating, drinking the sugar drinks and everything. It came back to me way worse. Because I stopped doing it, then I got back into it. Now I'm doing it again. I stopped with the soda drinks and all that sugar stuff. I'm still eating my cookies here and there, but I'm going to stop it. And probably on Monday, I would stop cold turkey doing it. And I'm going to try to get back into my body again. Like I said, I got my mind. My mind is free. So now I have to do my body and spirit. Okay? Mind, body, and soul. Your spirit, your energy. You have to take care of your body so your energy can flow through your body. Okay, the correct way. The oxygen. When I was doing my exercise before and breathing, I never got sick. Once I stopped doing it and eating sugar, cookies, I started getting sick again. Okay? I'm just telling you, people, it is true because I went through it. I can feel it. I can sense it. I say, oh, so it is true. So it's kind of a cool experiment that I did to myself. I drank the sodas, the iced tea, all those sugar drinks, cookie cakes, a lot of food. And then I broke my fasting. I always did 20-hour fasting. I broke that 8 in the morning breakfast and I did all that crap. And I stopped doing my breathing. And I got my cold, my sickness again. Because I stopped doing that stuff. Then before, when I was doing my 28 hours fasting, I did my exercise and my breathing. I never got sick for that 1 year. Once I stopped, now I started doing it. I started 2 weeks ago with my breathing. Feel great. I stopped drinking the sodas and everything. Now next week I'm gonna give up the sugar. I'm gonna start again working out, doing my exercise for 35 to 45 minutes a day. Weights. Do your weights, your push-ups, and your abs. Running is good just for like 10 minutes. It's good for your brain. You just not running, but walking in a treadmill. That's what I was reading. If walking really good for you, no, that's all bullshit. When you see people in the treadmill walk, that's all bullshit. But it is good for your brain. Just do it for 10 minutes for your brain. Then you do your jump rope, push-ups, abs. That's the way I do. I do like 3 sets in a row. Then the next day I do weights, abs, and more jump rope. I always try to do cardio, okay? And remember to breathe. And that's it. That's all it is. And always remember too that the MD doctors, they don't know anything about your health. They're all liars. They're controlled by the federal government. They've been brainwashed, okay? I'm telling you. The MD doctors know nothing about your body. They prescribe you pills to poison you. They prescribe you know what to poison you. It's all about population control. All right? The only thing that good the hospital is for, if you break your bone, if you get stitches, stuff like that. But when it comes to your body, if you have cancer, it's because of the food you eat and you don't know how to breathe. You eat liver, raw liver, has iron and oxygen what you need to remove all type of, you know what. It's because you activated those things because of the food you eat. All right? And the truth, you don't take it from me. A lot of people who understand this are telling you the truth. But these platforms, they don't share the truth. They share the lies. Yeah, you must understand that. FDA and CDC is run by a corporate system who are lying to you. Okay? I'm just warning you. The FDA, don't trust them, and the CDC, don't trust them. They're all liars. They work for a corporation lying to you guys. They remove the cures. If you discover a cure for something, they will steal that. All right? People who understand my knowledge, they're poor. They don't get the Nobel Prize. Okay? People who understand the knowledge are not funded by the federal government. Federal government doesn't want a world of thinkers. They want a world of workers, of just people. All right? So you must understand that, people, because this is all BS in this world that we live in. So, so yeah, watch that TV series, La Brea. I think that's what they call it. Let me look it up again. And there's 2. Let me see if I can flip it around my thing. It's gonna be a little bit messy there, but right there, you see? Season 1. I cannot zoom into it. There you go. Right there. That's season 1, 10. And season 2. You see? They're getting ready, man. There we go. So I've been telling you people that for a long time. So there we go. Wendy, Emilio. Oh, hi, Wendy. How you doing? It's been a while. Yeah, I just watched the first episode of that. I was like, oh, man, they got the sinkholes. Just like what's happening now. The Earth is getting ready to come back. Like, you know, when you read, when the fake government system taught you about the dinosaurs, or that's all a lie. That didn't happen million years ago. The Ice Age doesn't happen million years ago. It's a cycle. The yellow sun orbits the Milky Way galaxy in 12,000 years. 10,000 years of sunlight, 2,000 years of darkness. Thousands of years. And this cycle happens many times. Like our seasons, like our 4 seasons, our 1 year seasons. You know how every in 1 year we get spring, summer, autumn, and winter in 1 year? Well, we get this in 12,000 years. We get Ice Age, Earth Age, Fire Age, and Air Age. Ice Age, for 2,200 something years, the Earth is covered in ice, the whole planet Earth. That's the real flood. And I put a list of the flood stories that I discover, and many other cultures, but I took other ones from the Bible and the Book of Enoch and other ones. But there's many stories about it. The Ice Age, 2,000 years of darkness. We live in the Earth Age. We're heading into the Fire Age. In the Fire Age, all the plants are going to grow bigger, all the trees, everything bigger again. Because the Earth is shifting to that stage. Earth shift to the Ice Age. Earth shift to the Earth Age. Earth is shifting to the fire age, then to the air age, and the cycle repeats like that again. It does not take millions of years. It takes thousands. 3,000, another 3,000 water age, 3,000 earth age, 3,000 fire age. Everything gets bigger again. 3,000 air age, again ice age, and just keep repeating like that. In the ice age is when we get new skins. We become a totally different species, right? In the earth age, we adapt to the new earth, the children's. In the fire age, those children's, because the high carbon and everything, something happens in the DNA that makes everything bigger again. Now, hopefully this is just when you study the ancient temples, they show you small humans with big humans. So the small humans gave birth to the giants. I always thought it was the other way around, that the giant gives birth to us. See? You see, when I tell you people not to follow me, the truth comes out the more you study. It's because the carbon levels, the carbons, depending on the level, makes you small, makes you big. Makes you small, makes you big. You see, the gamma radiation of the sun. And and now you understand the real word of God. G7, O15, D4 is the sun activity in Earth. The activation, what happens to the planet Earth. It changes the Earth, we adapt to it. All the creatures, all the life forms. So I have to do a lot of update on my books. And that's why I tell people, just those people who printed it, hopefully you keep learning, you update that. Update your mind. And I'm telling you, these people in the world, the 99% who believes on the fake federal government, all these fake shit that they're doing, I'm just telling you people. And I just went to the grocery store. What the fuck is going on that all these stupid people are wearing face masks again? What the fuck is going on with these stupid people? It's like, so what the fuck these people are still... You know, I want to go out to the streets. I never vandalized before, but damn, I feel like buying spray cans and putting fake federal government COVID or C-19. It's all fake. You know what I mean? I feel like doing that shit just to fuck with them. Like they're fucking with us. I feel like fucking with them doing that. But, you know, it's like these people who are brainwashing the human population, they need to be held accountable, and they're getting away with this shit, man. And the stupid people are just they submitting themselves. They're doing it through their free will. It's like, man, it's fucked up, man. I feel like doing that where everybody can see it in the highways. I feel like doing it, man. It's like, that's the only way people are gonna learn, by you doing it that way. I went to the grocery store. They even have it in a fucking speaker. CBOT 19 it's for free. Walk up and get it for free. It's like, what the fuck is... They still with their mind control with this shit, man. It's like crazy. And these people don't get it. To me, when you get that, you know what? All right? To me, it's weakening your immune system. I'm telling you, my friend at work got it done. And he had blood clots. You see? So different vaccine has different things in it. Because I went to the clinical trial. I gave you guys the link. It looks like they're putting, and it says experimental. They're telling you experimental. And it has, to me, all those vaccines in there has different chemistry. It has different things. It does different reactions in the human body. They're not all the same. They all do different things. So, and they're not telling you what's in it. They're not telling you. So, I know they here. I know. I am media. Be careful. We don't want you. We don't want the parasites in your Facebook. Yeah, I have to be careful what I'm saying, because they already told me I'm close to they're close to closing my account. So I have to be careful what I'm saying because I can't say those words. But damn, I feel like doing that shit out there, man. Wendy, you're trying to tell them not to get, anyways. No, no vaccine gene therapy is not. Yeah, just think about this, Wendy. They have not discovered the cure for HIV. Well, HIV is fake. We know that. There's no such thing as HIV. That virus is all fake. It's created by Dr. Fauci. It was all a scam. There's no vaccine for cancer. Okay? There's no vaccine for arthritis. Not, what makes you think they're going to find a vaccine for a deadly disease that came out in 2020 and they're giving it to you for free? It's like, what the fuck is wrong with these humans? Can they think? This is the most deadliest disease in the world, but they can give you the cure for cancer, the cure for HIV that's been along for a long time, the cure for arthritis, the cure for all these other ones. That's all bullshit. It's all about population control. It's to reduce the population. And all these people are dying around the world because they're taking that shit and they're blaming the MD doctors are saying, oh, they die for natural causes and shit like that, when it was because of that. So, changing your DNA, where our DNA is already changing because of the high carbon, you know what I mean? The high carbon levels, our DNA is already changing because of the carbon in the food that we're eating. Everything has it in there. That's why they did all that GMO foods. Now we know why they did the GMO. It's so we don't. So it won't, the people, let's say you eat organic food, it has the carbon and all that stuff to change your DNA so the woman can give birth to a baby that can become a giant. All those animals and everything. That's why all the animals are fed with these government foods so they don't give birth to giant creatures again. Now you guys get it? Why they're doing all this? It's to keep us small. So I know some of us will stay small. But a lot of people, their children are going to become 15, 20 feet tall or taller. So now we know. So, yeah, that's what they're doing too. Because I always say, is the earth really overpopulated? In my mind, I was thinking the other day. And I said, man, I think you can fit all the people in the world, probably in the state of Texas, you can fit all those 8 billion people. But then I started thinking, then I said, the room from nature. I said, oh, yeah, all the animals. We have to count all the animals, all those things. We all have to, it's like a percent. So I guess we are overpopulated. So, because I always forget about the animals and all those things. So then I started, okay, I forgot about the animals and everything. So, yeah. Wendy, they're killing people. Yep. Baron Trump, almost 70. Baron Trump, almost 7 feet. Baron Trump. I have to watch what that is. But I know even in Florida, the crocodiles, they used to be 10 feet. Now they're going to 23 feet. They're getting bigger. You can see it with the crocodiles, and you can see it with the sharks. The sharks are giving birth to the ones who are megathon sharks. So, Donald Trump's son. All those presidents are actors, but yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, they're all gonna get bigger. They're all gonna get taller. Then the elite people, who knows what they have planned? They know this. I'm not sure if those presidents knows. I don't think they know. I think they're just puppets of the system. I don't think they know. I think these people, some of these people that rule the world, like George Pesos, Trump, all those presidential people, the guy from Canada, the president, Justin Trudeau, all these people, they're just people who love money. They do anything for money. They don't know neither. So when their world change, they're gonna go, oh shit, we were wrong. But the only thing they want is money. They just want money. They've been brainwashed for money. Like because I grew up poor, I never I never think about money like that. But I met people that they just want money. They do anything for money. They don't care. They don't care. Like the religious organizations, they think they're telling you the truth when they've been brainwashed to get your donations and to make money and everything. And that's all they want. They want your money. And it's like it's the people's fault. So I don't think even these world elites know what's going on. The top of the pyramid, I don't think nobody knows who they are. So the ones who are really running that shit. And when you read these books, it's telling you that the whole thing is gonna. It's like the people are gonna learn a lesson for all the lies and all the corruption they did. So, but in this show, man, I just watched the first season. The sinkhole happens, and all these big birds started coming out. Okay, big creatures, like in the movie that I showed you guys to watch. The movie, Love and Monsters. Remember when the kid says, "In the day that the monsters took over, the giant creatures took over again." And that was the end of the human civilization, the end of us going to work on all this shit. So pretty cool. The creatures, Brea, the creatures are not human. It's all human. It's all in the human DNA. It's because the human DNA changes because the carbon levels. All right. You have to watch my other videos. Like I said, we live in 21% oxygen. You cut yourself, it takes 14 days for that wound to heal because of the oxygen. If we were born in a fire age, because the trees will be bigger, everything will be bigger, the oxygen levels will be at 25%. You be born, you be in your mom's placenta, your brain, everything is going to work differently. From those people in the future, their brains works differently than our brain. Those people are going to be smarter than us because they have more oxygen. They'll be able to think more. So if they cut themselves, their wound will be healed in one day. You see, oxygen is the cure for everything. It's just oxygen. Okay, the white blood cells. I know that white blood cells have something, but there's another cell that's more powerful than white cells that does something else too. So, but it's all about we all humans go through transmutation. We all become a different species in the ice age. We go like I get mad when I see black people. Black people are like, oh, black people is where everybody came from. No. You're wrong. Black people are not the supreme race. That's all bullshit. Because in the ice age, we all shed our skin. We all become a different color. We can be blue, gray, whatever it is. Okay? Our eyes can change to big. We can look reptile. We can look whatever the ice age decides. So black people, then that's not all. Black people need sunlight because they need melanin. In the ice age, there's no sunlight. All the black people will be dead because they need sunlight. They need that vitamin to their body. If not, their DNA will get cancerous. And I think it's because of this. You know how the slave masters, how they raise cattle? They get the strongest bull and they put it with the strongest female and they raise the strongest. They did the same thing with those black people back in the day. They took the biggest, strongest black man and put it with the strongest black girl, and that's why all the black people were strong. Now they're not. Okay? Back in the slave times they were. Now they're not. They can do it with any type of race. They can put the strongest one with the strongest. They can create us, just like the Russians. What the Russian was doing, they were taking the woman's egg. No. Wrong. The Russians took females, volunteers, when they inject the sperm of the ape. And I think it worked. And they canceled that. And they created super soldiers. And they stopped that because it was a different race, stronger, and they didn't want that happening, but I think it worked. They didn't tell you the whole story, but I was reading the books and I was like, the same thing like the Russians were doing with those women, and they injected the sperm of the ape to create a super soldier, like the planets of the apes. so, so that's what's going on. It's all about using your brain, trying to create a race with the best genes and all those things. That's why you see a lot of black people are great at everything. It's because back in the slave times, they just mix the best genes. Then they mix a black man who was strong with a weak one. Now everybody's getting mixed all up together. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. So it's like, there's a movie to tell you where in this world, a strong man will hook up with a person who had a disease or was weak, couldn't run or nothing. They always hooked up with people who were up in their level. I forgot the name of that movie, but they never will get married with a fat person and all that stuff. So, Reese, Emilio, what about those that their pupils are looking more reptilian using dark glasses due to the sunlight? Now I've seen a lot of people talking about the reptilian eyes and everything. When you're in the camera in this angle, your eyes are gonna look reptile. If you take a picture of yourself in a different angle and the light is hitting you, it's gonna turn reptile. All right, like a lot of people say, oh, the reptilians. I have cousins of mine that take a lot of pictures. You will see that it's because of the angle. They're looking somewhere over here, because of the light, it will turn your pupil like that. It will look like that, but it's round. It's because of the angle that you are in. So it's all in our DNA, anyways. So there was a species in Earth that were reptile. They look reptile. So, but it's all about the sunlight. It's all had to do with the sunlight. And there's a lot of kids who are born reptiles, okay? They call it, but the stupid scientists, the doctors call them Ishiness disease, something like that. But those are reptiles, probably from generation 3. But we shed our skin, we look like this now. In the Ice Age, we're going to shed our skin again. We ain't going to look like this. We might all be bald with no hair in our bodies. The skin is going to change. The children are going to be born, not us, but the children are going to be born in that age. All right? So, yeah. They tell people, black people say that they're not the chosen ones. That's just, they just been brainwashed like that to create arguments to fight with people more and more and more. And that's why I hate about black people. I just watched a show about black people. And that's the thing, when I watch a movie about black people, why they just all black people? Why they don't have white people? Then they had the Jesus figurines, all black. The black baby Jesus, the black 3 wise men, all black. I was like, damn, there's nothing more racist than that. Then they're saying that we are racist, and they're doing that. And I was like, I wanted to make a video showing a white baby Jesus and a black baby Jesus and say, hey, for you people, Jesus is not a black man. Jesus is not a white man. Jesus is the yellow son. And I don't care how many names you're going to give it, Yeshua, Jehovah, whatever name you want to give it, it's all about the yellow son. The yellow son has many names, many stories. Noah, Hona, Goliath, all those stories are about the yellow son. And it's the humans are fucking stupid. Those Bibles from all around the world are sun stories telling you what's going to happen to Earth. It's like the elite says, the people are not ready mentally. They have to take care of them. They have to take care of the cattle. Oops, okay. Debbie, black people think y'all already talk. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, Debbie. It has everything to do with the sun. Yeah, it's all about the sun. the sun activity in Earth. The more solar radiation, the higher the carbon levels, all the trees are gonna grow big. The bigger the trees, the more oxygen. The bigger the creatures. Before I thought the solar engineering was to block the radiation so there will be less earthquakes and everything. And I would never thought it was because they don't want us going through that transmutation for becoming bigger creatures. They want to stop that. They want to. It's like a chemistry set, like the guy, like that, not Chinese, Japanese scientist. He had fish tanks where he introduced 7.777 carbon levels in the fish tanks. And in 3 months, all the lobsters and crabs grew 7 times bigger. Then I started thinking, oh shit, so he did that. So all those chemicals that they're throwing up there is reducing the carbon levels, working through the Earth's filtration, reducing it so we won't go through that. That's what the elites are doing. So the Earth is in a big experiment right now. I'm not sure if they've done this experiment before with all the other generations. I don't know if they have done that. I don't know. So it's crazy, man. All right. Brea, Emilio, some suppose humans are talking their tongues out while they are speaking like what does it say there? Serpents. Serpents, that is not normal. I have seen Santo Banucci, shape-shifting Santo Stone are 2 thieves of Santo Banucci. He doesn't know anything about what's going on. Now remember, all these platforms, all these pages, they can do whatever they want to do with all these apps. You have to be careful, okay? Because there's an app that people can use where they can be, for example, there can be somebody in the world that can take my face and they can talk saying that it's me and it's not me. There's apps that can do that, all right? You have to be careful it's technology, all right? Morgan Freeman did that like that. Are you sure he tells you in the video, are you sure you think that you're watching me? You really think this is me? And it's not me. Okay, here's another movie. Benjamin, remember the movie that Brad Pitt did? That he was born as an old man, real small. Then when he grew real big, that app, you have to be careful because this is the age where they messing with the humans' minds. Okay? You can't think of none of those things. They want you to think like that when it has nothing to do with none of those things. That's what they're doing. So you have to be careful. Okay? So you have to be careful. Brea, you have to study my book so you can see through all the illusions, so you can understand what's going to happen, so you can have a strong mind. All right. I would say we still got a couple 100 years to go, but to you to prepare your children and your grandchildren for what's coming. Right? So the elites are all saying in all their government contracts is pointing to 2025. I'm not sure what's going to happen in 2025, but they're saying a new world order in 2025. To me, when I hear a new world order, that tells me a new world mind control. That's what I see. A new world mind control. It's all about mind control, lying to the people. Now, Santo Banucci from Australia, to me, I tried talking to him and everything. He cussed me out and everything, and because he believes in that flat earth and all that. That's all a lie. The flat earth is all a lie. All those things. So, but he seems like a nice guy. I'm telling you, because he seems like a nice guy trying to help people. But you have to listen to all the people try to explain what's going on, not only your opinion. Like me, for example, Patrick from Australia. He's learning the same things I'm learning. And he contacted me. And he said, yo, you were wrong on this and that. And I looked, I said, oh, he knows the same thing I know. And I said, okay. I listened to him. I said, yeah, you're right. And he asked me questions, what you think about this, this, and I said, what you think? This? I said, yeah, you're right. This is what it, you see? That's why I know I'm not wrong, because there's another person out there that knows. Wendy as well knows about the food we should be eating. People eat other people. She knows. She has an open mind too. She reads a lot. Like that, you know? So Santo, when I tried to reach out to him, he didn't want to listen. So there's some people, they already got their mind set. You know what I mean? Like religious people, they got their mind brainwashed. They just believe in a God Savior that's going to save them. They're waiting for the return of Jesus Christ. That's all a lie. There's no person here that's going to save you. All those Bible stories is astrological. Jesus is the yellow sun. No sunlight for 2,000 years. Earth ice age. People are eating each other. The sun is the savior because it melts the ice away. First, the darkness will disappear. The sunlight will come. People will be afraid of the sun because they don't know what the sun is. They've never seen them. Keep in mind, if you live in that age, 2,000 years with no sunlight, then you see something bright in the sky, you're going to be scared as shit. Seeing the sun for the first time, you're not knowing what it is. Oh, there's something out there. They're going to be afraid of it. You have to think. Okay? Just imagine you in that world, in that age. You never seen the sun. And you're an old man, you've seen the sun for the first time. You might get a heart attack. You might die from it. Because you are afraid. But the children say, oh, what is that? It's warm. They will see all the ice melting away. They will see plants growing. And they're going, and they start harvesting, and they start eating. But they're all used to eating each other. Now, how are you going to break that mind control from eating other people and eating from nature again? That's what it is that they try to break the habit of people eating each other. They wanted people to eat from nature again. So, that's the thing. So, we are the masters. We are the demons. We think differently in every of these ages. People don't learn. People don't know all this stuff. So, in the Native Americans, India tells you, we crushed the ice bridge. But the thing is, when you're hearing them, they just talking about what they heard from their ancient ancestors. But the ancient ancestors didn't know neither, only those. They're just passing the stories down. But what's the ice bridge? The 2,000 years of darkness, the ice bridge. The 7 sisters, the 7 constellations with suns. So, Debbie, right? Debbie. Yeah, Jesus is the yellow sun, the savior. Yeah. Debbie, a lot of humans are still. We are, if it's true, they're saying that we are 8 billion people. I don't think it's true. But 99% out of those 8 billion people, less than 1%, takes the effort to understand what I'm saying. So they are stupid people. They believe in a fake system. They love this fake system. Debbie. That's why we get, oh man, we get sick. Okay. Berries, Beatrice Lunar Amasar. I got attacked by a gray I saw in the UFO. Okay, let me read this one. This seems interesting here. Oh man. Okay. Beatrice, I got attacked by a gray. I saw a UFO. I told that freak the name of Jesus Christ. Let me. Okay, what year was that, Beatrice? In 1993, I would say I saw 3 grays in my room. Okay? And when my ignorant mind back in the day, I probably would have done the same thing as you did. But I couldn't move my body. I was paralyzed. The only thing I could move was my eyes. But the more I studied, the more I learned, They weren't gray aliens. Those are AIs. Like I said, 7th generation comes and goes. Those are the AIs from the old 7th generation. They protect the earth from new 7th generations. They're not aliens, they're holograms, AI holograms. You seen Star Trek? Where they show those holograms that they pick up stuff and everything? Holograms. It's you in your own room and you would think you're somewhere else. Because they're messing with you. They have this technology. You know how you use those goggles that they're doing? But this one, you don't have to use. It's just probably a sound frequency they use that can make you see their projection, all these things. It's just an AI hologram trying to teach you, trying to understand who you are. So that's why they are. They've been here long before us. And they're the ones, to me, the AIs are the ones who controlling everything. So that's my how you call that? My hypothesis. Because I don't got no evidence. But with all my experience, they're not aliens. They're just, for example, you're a scientist. You create an AI. You create it in your image. The same thing that all Asian people did. They created the AIs in their image. It's just high technology. All this technology that we have comes from our old generation. Our government, like I told you people, Mr. Jim Peniston touched a UFO. It's a UFO from our old generation. He touched it. That UFO gave him 7 dislocation. It was for all of us to discover as a unity. But people didn't know. The government knew. So they went digging in these sites, 7 locations all around the world. And they took all that technology and they reverse engineering all that technology. They're not aliens from another solar system because I already told you, no life form can leave home planet. They're just ancient technology from an old civilization that died in a galaxy collision. All the planets, all the suns are rearranged and a new species will rise. So we got 22,000 years into our next galaxy collision. And that's it. Yes, Patrick, I watch his videos. Yeah, right, Debbie? Patrick is good. You see? And he explains it in more detail than I could. He explains it beautifully. You know what I mean? He explains it beautifully, man. So I love Patrick, man. He made me cry when I saw his first video. I said, oh shit, man. You see, at least I know somebody out there is listening. So Wendy, yep. This is a concept education. This was supposed to, in our education system, they shouldn't be teaching people all of this stuff. But they didn't. These people who rule the world, everybody on the planet Earth are slaves. The Supreme Court, when you go to court, the cops, they all brainwash people. They're all brainwashed. They're all bad people. And they think they are good people. They're not. Debbie, tell, especially religion, is the, like I say, all churches around the world is mind control facilities. They're keeping those people mind primitive, stupid, so they won't be able to think from them. They can't think from themselves. It's freaking ridiculous. Debbie, like Logan's Run, yeah. I hope you like Logan's Run. I loved it. I love the movie, not the TV series. The TV series, it looked like the elites wanted to this, because I watched the TV series to see if it makes sense with the movie. Yo, they changed the TV series. It was like to move you away. I was like, oh, I see what they're trying to do. Wendy, they don't want to learn. Yeah, the people don't want to learn, and that's the thing. Even Trump tells you that he loves stupid people. In one of his rallies, he said, "Oh, I love the stupid people. I like to take advantage of them." And he said something like that. I don't remember the exact words that he says, but he said he likes the stupid people. Like I tell people, no matter if you vote red or blue, it's all controlled by the sacred system. They just want people to stay stupid. It's all a show. It's all. This is all a script. Our history is fake. Everything is fake. It's to control the cattle, to control us. And Debbie, Native Indians know it. Yeah, Indians know what's going on. They know that the people who rule the world are bad people. It's that the fucking humans, the regular people, can't see it. And they're doing the same thing they did to the Native American Indians all those centuries ago. They're doing it again with that fake crap. And you people are doing it voluntary. The stupid people are doing it voluntary. And people can't see it. That history is repeating itself again. And people are doing it willingly. They're lining up for it. And I'm telling you, what they did to the American Indians, that they destroyed all their food, all the bisons, all the all their food, all the buffalo. They killed them all. That's their food resource. Right now, the government can shut down all the grocery stores that they want to, and you people won't be able to eat. They control the food resources, and that's wrong. You see what they're doing? They're paying all the farmers to destroy their food. So, and these people are letting it. They're still going with this fake system. We have to remove the federal government, create a system by the people to help the people, but you must understand these cycles, what's going to happen in the future, how to be prepared. You have to prepare underground cities for the ice age. You have to prepare for when everything gets bigger again, all these giant creatures again, the Jurassic world. It's not scientists mixing your DNA with giant, that's all bullshit, that's all a lie. It's because of the carbon levels. So, you see, they use Hollywood and all these to brainwash the people to think these things when it's not that. This is how nature works. The four corners of the earth. Each one is of 3,000. Wendy, I get frustrated with this place. I get frustrated too, man. I lost it in the grocery store with my wife when I heard that commercial, the COVID commercial. Oh, I lost it. I got so mad, man. I was like, why in the hell they keep playing with this? It's like they keep repeating it. The more you repeat it, the more brainwashed people get. Man, humans will not listen. Yes, less than 1% will listen, but the rest won't. And they will call me a conspiracy theorist, a crazy person. I'm not crazy. You love the fake system. You're the crazy one. You never kneel before no one. You never consent to no judge. You stand on your own ground. You never get consent. You are the creator. You are the universal consciousness experience yourself. You don't give your power away to none of these freaking fucked up humans in the planet Earth who are trying to control your mind. You don't give your power away. No matter what, you fight. You remove them, they're trying to. Especially that stupid slave who thinks they know. You know, like me in my job, if they wouldn't enforce that, you know what, I would have quit my job. No, it's wrong. So now the Supreme Court said those people who didn't get, you know what, they have to get back paid. That's in New York. They all have to get back pay for that 1 year. So that was something good that the Supreme Court did. Because they noticed that taking that doesn't do anything for you. Your natural immune system is more stronger. All right. Veo Cadelo. Hi, Emilio. Where can I get your book? Just send me your... Remember, I have to update that book. All right, those 2 books. Because I learn a lot. You know, just watch my videos after those. But you just send me your email address. And I will send it to you tomorrow. The free PDF. It's a PDF book. It's, you know, I didn't print them. You just get the PDF. You look it through your phone or computer. I'll send you the 2 books. But remember, I had to update the ones where it shows the eggs and it has a question mark because I didn't know when this transmutation happened. I know that we shed our skin like a serpent in the Ice Age. I know that. But when did these creatures, when they got bigger, they got smaller. I always thought we were shrinking. But I was wrong. It's the carbon levels that makes everything bigger again. Less carbon, smaller. Bigger, smaller. That's what's going on. And you see, I didn't know that. It's like I said before. The only thing I knew was the red sun cycle. I never knew about the ice age cycle. I never knew about the galaxy collision. And now here's this one. I never knew it was about the carbon levels. I never knew until like a year or 2 years ago. And I always ask Patrick, you think these creatures can come back because of the carbon? And Patrick said, I don't know, man. Now I know. So it's the carbon levels. Okay, Debbie, I think that happened to me, but it was a long time ago. Yeah, in 1993, I saw the three of them in my room. I was paralyzed. They call them alien grays, but they're not aliens. They're AIs. And I think they paralyze you with a sound frequency that you can't hear it, but it's a sound frequency. Like, you know how dogs can hear a sound, and they're like, I think it's a sound frequency that can paralyze you. You can't move your body or nothing. I just can move my eyes, and I saw 3 of them, and they vanished. And I was like, then I can move my body again. I was like, and I kept it to myself, and then I started seeing all these UFOs, and I was like, oh, that was alien grays. I was like, but now in my mind now, they were holograms, AI holograms. Guess what it was. So imagine being an AI, a hologram, man. Intelligence. Debbie, wow, this word is full of bullshit. Yeah, this word is full of bullshit. Like I call this word, welcome to the kingdom of bullshit. It's all lies. And these world governments, man. Just remember, people, they gave you a fake education system, fake world religions, a fake world government. Remember, the government before 300 or 400 years ago, it was the church. They break everything apart. It's still them. They brainwashing you guys. And all that stuff that comes out, they control the news platforms. They just lying to you guys. It's all a lie. It's nothing. They're not telling you nothing. They're keeping, for example, that guy from Japan, the scientist, he tells you, Obama is lying to you guys. Get your money back. Get your refund. Because people are donating to his freaking science team. They're lying to you. They're telling you that carbon melts everything away, makes everything acidic. No, that's all a lie. He's telling you. At least we know that we have some good scientists who are trying to reach out to people to tell the truth. Then we got the bad scientists. There's our work here in the United States. These people that we're electing, they're liars. They're lying to the people. At least I know I can trust Japan. Don't trust China. I always got confused with Japan and China. I always said before we should be like China. I don't mean China. I mean Japan. All right? Because China is one with the United Nations with them. With all these lies. I mean Japan. We have to be more like Japan. So okay. Let me keep going. Debbie. Just like they will discover our past history. Yeah. Those who don't learn from history are condemned to repeat it. The people. They're not learning. And that's the thing. The global elites, they don't feel guilty because the truth is all there to all to see. It's that these stupid people, they don't want to see it. Debbie Tail. Yes, I love his video. Yep, I love Patrick, man. I got a link to Patrick, yep. Oh, you got a link to Patrick. I shared it before, but I have his YouTube account. I share that. And I had his Facebook account. I'm not sure what's going on with him. I haven't talked to him for a while. Well, I think I did like 3 weeks ago. So he's trying to do his own garden and everything to survive on his own. For all that stuff that's happening in Australia. Leo Cristosideras. I'm not sure what he's saying there. Leo, whatever. Oops. Okay, where are we at here? Okay. Yep. I will share that for you tomorrow. Wendy. I'll give Patrick's YouTube page. Hopefully, he has his Facebook page on there too. Leo, I'm not sure what you're saying with Crystal Sideras. Oh, probably it's another person you're trying to connect here. Beatrice, Emilio, over my phone. Emilio, over my phone in the sky. I can see any kind of creature, serpents, elongated grays, and Egyptian women with serpents in head. I saw two kinds of. Took it by the grays and saw craps. I saw a man with a UFO. Took it to. I have seen wars in the sky, fire, pyramids, and saw weird UFO grays over the head, airplanes over my home. Everything with the chemtrails. All right. Now remember, Beatrice. Okay, this is what you call philosophia mixed with science. So whatever is going on with your brain, is your brain trying to break down what you have seen, what you have observed. It's trying to break it down, trying to make sense with it. All right. So you have to, once you understand all these things, your brain will break it down more apart. When you read all these serpents and things about the sky, it has to do with the solar engineering, with our solar system. Okay. And when you read all these ancient things with like Medusa, with the serpents in her head. Medusa is the Milky Way galaxy with the serpents. Okay, it's the suns, the ages, and when you look at her, you will turn it to stone. That's the Ice Age. Okay. Then you start making sense. Okay, it will all make sense to you. Okay. So. And the chemtrails is just the way the government wants to. They want to keep their power. They want to reduce the carbon levels. They don't want their time is running out for them. You know, if this experiment they're doing with the chemtrails works, humans are going to be slaves for another 1,000 years. Okay. Once all these trees starts getting bigger and the animals, their world will end. They won't have no more control. Humans will have a different life. They have to figure out a new system to live in the new world. All right? With everything big, all those creatures. How are we gonna, we have to reinvent everything again. Okay? How are you gonna live in a world when the mosquitoes are this big? Mosquitoes. The spiders are real big. Everything. The ants are big again. How you gonna, you know you're gonna have a hard time here on Earth. Planting and all those things. Okay? So that's why the elite are afraid, because their world will end, their easy life. They have to figure a whole new way. They have to use their brains. So Debbie. Yes, I tell everyone that everything is fake. Debbie, you're right. The people are the ones who can't stop this. Yeah, the people are the only ones who can stop it. Everybody thinking as one. People are thinking. This is why they created religion, all these different education systems. Why there's so many different education? It should be all one education system, not Harvard, Yale. That's all bullshit. It should be all one. You know, oh, I was thinking as one. They created all these different courses so everybody can think differently, so they won't think as one to prepare for what's coming. These people mind ain't ready for what's coming. They ain't gonna be ready. So who knows what kind of story they're gonna give when this day happens. They already have it figured out what kind of lies they're gonna give. Debbie, I know I got to go to the store and listen to the people and see how control. Yeah, it pisses me off. That's what happened to me today. It pissed me off listening to that commercial. I guess it happens in your area too. You know, I didn't know. And watching people wear their face all it pisses me off. And I know I can't, I, I know these people are too stupid. They ain't gonna listen to me. And those are the people who would kill you. You know what I mean? That's the thing. And these people are so stupid that they will kill you because they believe in it so bad. So it's like, oh man. In other words, always when you look at I try to, before I go somewhere, I try to think, Emilio, when you see with a person with a face covering, just remember they deserve what they're getting. Because those are the people who will get you killed. Right? I always try to think like that before I go somewhere. Debbie, I know. Okay, I already. Yep, I already read. Debbie, Patrick has a book also, but I can't get it into download. Yeah, I know. He has one too. Yep. And I like the way he explains it, man. Okay. Debbie, they control everything. Yep. Debbie, I'm glad I never voted. Yeah, I don't think I only voted twice in my life. One for Bill Clinton, the one who got a from whatever that lady was, because I thought it was hilarious. And one time for Obama, and I was brainwashed in that time. I thought he was the first black president, but he wasn't. There were 7 other black presidents. Okay, he was never the first black president. So that was me, my stupid, and I didn't know anything about red and blue and all that stuff. I learned that word later on. That was me with my ignorant mind back in that day. So I was a slave of the system. You know what I mean? I was a stupid guy. Beatrice, the global elite are not here. They are humans. They're just bad people. Well, there's no such thing as bad and good. The global elites, in their mind, they think they're doing good. Okay? They think they're doing the right thing. Remember, the global elites is the World Health Organization. People are thinking when they read that it's about their health, they're protecting their health. No. Read the title. The World Health Organization. Is they protecting the earth health. It's about the earth, not about you. If it was about you, they would call it the Human Health Organization or the People Health Organization. Something like that, okay? So, it's that humans are stupid. So, human snacks, yep. Wendy. Yep. Debbie Tail. It's like it's like starting over again. Yeah, all these cycles are happening all over before. It's just gonna happen again, but it also take millions of years. It takes thousands. Debbie, yes, they will kill you. Yeah, those people are bad. Beatrice, it's the news, the media, cell phones that have the people stupid, and yes, they can't kill us for to say the truth. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But remember, Beatrice, all these things that's going on in the earth is because the solar radiation. Okay? Earth is in its 33 powers. There are 7 constellations. Okay? One of those constellations went back and left. But that constellation, the Red Sun constellation, awakens these other 6 constellations. There's 7 suns. And they have new power. And their solar radiation is hitting the earth. Earth has 33 powers for 200 years. That means nuclear summer, nuclear winter. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are the 4 seasons. All right? Earth has more power. The tectonic plates are moving more faster. More volcanic activity. The volcanic activity throws this carbon, space dust, okay? The carbon, from all this volcanic activity under the ocean, melting the ice away, the waters will rise. The seawater will rise. Okay? There will be a time there will be no more ice in Earth. In the fire age, there will be no more ice. All those ice that everybody see everywhere is going to all be melted away. All right? So all the carbon sinks into the water through the earth filtrations, day, months, and years. It's going to take a while. People are eating the food. People, the animals will give birth to a new species, a bigger species. All the trees are gonna grow bigger. Oxygen levels are now at 21%, but it's gonna be at 25%. Those children born at 25% oxygen, they're gonna be able to think more clearly. They cut themselves, it's gonna heal overnight. Okay? Because they had to prepare for the new environment. Remember, right now, if you get cut, it heals in 14 days. That means if a spider bit you, a tarantula, a snake, a centipede, or whatever it is, you will die. By the 25% oxygen, something bites you or something, your body's gonna be able to handle it because it's a new environment. Okay? You must understand that we all adapt to the new earth. No other species, reptilians, whatever you want to call it, they can't come to earth because earth has the sun. It's a vibration. You can't hear it. It's a vibration vibrating in water, a frequency. We all bounded to that frequency. You can't go to the moon. The moon is plasma anyways. Nobody can go to the moon, but nobody can go to Mars. Nada. That's all bullshit. You can never leave the earth because of this. You are bounded with that frequency. All right? You must understand that. You must learn that. You have to stop following all these other platforms, all the other stupid people who call themselves scientists. They're not. Remember, the people who call themselves scientists, they're all stupid people. They don't know anything. Before you hear somebody talk and tell you something, they have to explain the 10,000 years of sunlight, the 2,000 years of darkness, the four corners of the earth, the red sun cycle. Once somebody understands that, then you can hear them, okay? Because they know what they're telling you. But if they can't explain that, they're just stupid people, slaves of the fake system. Now, that guy from Japan, I'll listen to him because he did the experiment. He had fish tanks. He introduced the carbon levels to see what happens. It took him 3 months to see a result. The crabs got 7 times bigger. He doesn't understand the astrological knowledge, but he conducted the experiment correctly to see what really happened. You see, that's what you have to do. When you listen to the government tells you, oh, the carbon levels, and you can conduct this experiment, you do it to see if they're telling you the truth or not. You don't listen to them because they were lying to you. So there you go. You know? You never believe somebody because they tell you. You try to figure it out on your own. You try to get scientific fact. Now you have to remember, we have a fake government, a communist science. We have a fake communist science. Then we have the real science that is hidden. Okay? That is hard to find because they don't want to give it to you. They want to control you. So, and there've been many, how you call those people? Astronomers and people who go and discover the ancient ruins. They knew about this stuff. But those corporations who funded them, they tell them they have to be quiet if they want a paycheck. If not, they won't gonna get paid. They won't be able to support their family. So they kept their mouth shut. They never say anything because they needed to support their family. So imagine living a life like that, knowing, and you can't say nothing because you won't be able to feed your family, provide for your family. So, Wendy, I know. Debbie Tail, this is what I try to tell my family. Our body adapts to the earth environment. Yeah. Yep. It adapts. So we don't evolve into like superhumans. We adapt to the earth new environment. So we become stronger creatures in the fire age, but in the water age, in the earth, in the ice age, we shed our skin. Well, not us, the children will become a different species. Then they have to adapt to all these other frequencies. Man, the way nature is, huh? Now you get why you see all these animals. Like I never knew. Why is this hamster eating? She will have 12 babies. She will eat like 8 of them and leave a couple of them? Should we almost, because she can't take care of them all? And I was wondering, man, we just like them in the Ice Age. Humans just give birth to their children just to eat them. You see? Yeah, that's the way it is. It's a different way of thinking. That's when in the Bible says, you will know evil. Because of the Ice Age, you will know what good and evil is. You'll be as gods. Because there'll be no sunlight. You're the only one. You have to provide for yourself. So remember the word of God, G7O15D4 is the sun activity in earth. The sun is providing everything for us. In the Ice Age, we have to provide for ourselves. So, okay, Debbie Tail. That is what I tried to tell my friends. Okay, yeah, I already read that one. I'm Wendy. The guy from Mount Fossil University talks about all the creatures from all these cycles. Yeah, I tried to talk to him too because he's a little bit religious. Well, the old one. I know a new guy took over. I'm not sure he's religious or not. But, I was in their page trying to communicate, trying to reach out a hand to tell them it's all about the carbon. These creatures are going to come back again. But now remember, Debbie, the high carbon levels, they make people bigger, like 25 to 35 feet. But the Titans were way bigger. So the Titans, I think, they do come back in the galaxy collision. When the two galaxies, that's when the Titans come back. And I'm thinking the Giants come back because of the carbon levels. I was watching that one movie, The Blood of Zeus. And the Titan cursed Zeus with his blood. So I'm saying, oh, it's because the galaxy collision happened. The Titans were. Then the Titans did something with their blood, representing the carbon levels. Because it's all that gamma radiation. Remember, it's all about the gamma radiation, the galaxy collision. A lot of gamma radiation. And the gamma radiation would like die out like a battery. But every red sun cycle, in the fire age, the two suns, all that carbon, so giants. That's the way I'm thinking. That's my hypothesis on the Titans, because they were even bigger creatures. So I was like, damn, I hope the carbon levels doesn't make Titans. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. So, and now you get why. Is it Japan or China? Which is the country that has those, you see Messenger, those robots, they are real big. There's one 35 feet, that one works good. You put a human in it and it works perfectly. But there's one even way bigger. I think it's 45 feet, 65 feet, and it only moves slowly. So, Japan, yeah. So it's Japan, you see? I think Japan knows what's coming. So, those robots are going to come in handy for agriculture to move those big creatures out of the way. That's what I'm thinking. So, it's like Pacific Rim, the movie Pacific Rim. Those, what do you call those? The Kaiju and those robots were what? I forgot the names of those robots at Pacific Rim. So, Suzanne, I'm not coming back. I had enough. I come back, but I would like to come back with my memories that I know. I don't want to come back as a child relearning everything. I would like to come back to Earth with all my memories, so I don't get played. I would like to know all this stuff. To be prepared to understand what to do. I don't like that we come back to this earth where our memories wiped out. I don't like that. So, Wendy Godzilla. I saw Pacific Rim. Yeah, I know they call their masters Kaiju, but the robots were named what? I forgot the name of the robots that they call. So. They fought with those things. They even showing you Pacific Rims under the water with the tectonic plates. But they're saying that there's a portal. They're lying to you in the movie. There's a portal. It's all a lie. But the same thing they did in Pacific Rim, remember? They threw a 7 ton, what was it, 7? Something, a nuclear explosion. They did the same thing not so long ago in the ocean. So, you know what I mean? You see missiles going into the ocean, exploding everything. By over California, I forgot the name of that ocean down there. But they threw a missile that was to destroy some of those creatures that were growing up over there. So, and all these big giant eyeballs are watching up in the ocean. You see? And people are not questioning that. I showed you guys a video about that. An eyeball that fits in your hand, and what is it? So, and the Russian submarines, they have scratches on them. Okay, a lot of them have disappeared. Now, I've seen a lot of people talk about it, and but I could never find a video. I always wanted to look for the video. I'm not sure if they removed them, but I heard a lot of rumors about it, but I could never confirm it was true or not. So I don't know. So yeah. So anyways, guess I'll let you guys know. Watch that TV show I just showed for you guys. I'm in season 1, episode 1, and I can't wait to see them all. So it will prepare your mind for what's coming and understand the truth, people. Well, just remember that our planet Earth is not flat. That's all a lie. Our planet Earth, here's the pyramid. Okay? You draw the pyramid inside, it fixes a good egg. I think the Earth is egg-shaped. That's what I'm thinking. And it goes around the sun in 365 days. The flat Earth, they're talking about religious texts and all the ancient texts, is the Milky Way galaxy. Our yellow sun orbits the Milky Way galaxy in 12,000 years. 10,000 years of sunlight, 2,000 years of darkness. The ice wall is the ice age, the 2,000 years of darkness, you see? That's the ice wall. The beginning is it's the end. So until next time, nice talking to you. Use your brain. Bye-bye.